Hey ladies, so listen up. If you are on your level up journey, your glow up journey, or you're trying to manifest your best life and you are feeling stuck right now, you are stuck in your masculine, whatever you want to call it, you just know that you are stuck and you're not getting the momentum or the movement that you want to see in your life and you don't really know what it is, right? And maybe you want coaching, you can't afford it, whatever it may be. I'm going to deliver to you 3 months worth of coaching right now in 10 minutes or less, okay? So if you don't have the time to really focus on this video, just go ahead and bookmark it and come back to it. When I tell you it's going to change your life, what I'm about to tell you right now, I mean it. I know people say that stuff all the time on this app and, you're like, oh, that didn't do anything for me. No, this is not the case here. When I tell you I'm going to deliver value, I'm going to deliver value. So some quick housekeeping. If you're new here, my name is Michelle, faith-based mindset coach, transformation coach, all of that. I'm also an author and I'm the host of the Boss Babe Sanctuary. All this stuff is linked in my bio, right? We know how that goes. So now let's get into this because I have only but a few minutes. So I really need to make sure that I deliver this to you. If you know anything about manifesting or becoming your best self, one of the things that you're going to hear constantly said is that you have to embody the woman that it is that you want to be, that has that thing that you desire. So the person that drives that car, that has that home, that has that husband, or whatever it may be, you have to embody that woman. Now, what ends up happening is that when we don't end up embodying that woman, what do? We try to get in proximity. So we pay the extra money for the gym. We pay the extra money for that club. We go to the higher end or the affluent neighborhoods. We do all of these different things because we're trying to get in proximity to that so that we can feel it. But this is what I want to talk to you about, the blockage that you're having, because you probably have already gone to those neighborhoods, those communities, and you spent that money, right? You maybe even got yourself, that car that embodies that woman, you stretch, but now you're suffering under weight of all of this. And you're finding yourself in a situation where you're in survival even more, or you're struggling even more because you're stretching, you're reaching out, trying to just grasp a piece of that so that you can embody it. And the more you're grasping, the harder and the more pressure that's coming on you. And you can't figure out why that is. I'm hitting it, right? You can't figure out what that disconnect is about. Let's talk about it. So what I want to talk to you about right now is the embodiment of that woman. And that's where you're having a hard time at. Because yes, you sat inside of that coffee shop. I've taken the aroma. I've sat in the affluent neighborhoods, right? I've gotten that subscription. I've gotten the expensive body creams. I've gotten the perfumes. I'm doing all of that. But you know what's happening? I'm just getting in more and more debt. I am suffering. I've put myself in that apartment. And now I hate the car that I got because all it is a bill. You're just actually finding yourself more frustrated in a deeper and deeper hole. And you're not finding that you're actually manifesting that woman. Instead, you're finding yourself pretending, faking it till you make it. You're finding yourself pretending, trying to be that woman. And it's not making your life any better. If anything, is making your life harder. I'm hitting it on the head, right? Okay, let's keep going. So, okay, you want to be the Pilates girl, or you want to be the yoga mom, or you want to be the Range Rover gal. You want to be all that stuff, right? You have this vision, you have these dreams, but now you're trying to embody those things, but you're having a hard time actually living your life embodying those things. And this is where that focus is, the embodying. The problem in this entire thing, this entire movement, I'm telling you, and this is where I'm about to lose half of you guys right now, is that you are embodying the wrong thing. You are focusing on trying to embody another human and their lifestyle instead of embodying Christ. Listen, I told you guys I was going to lose about half of you guys right now. Okay. Hear me out, guys. When I talk about embodying Christ, I'm not talking about you becoming some religious Bible thumping person that's running people off, right? You know how they say you're so heavenly minded that you're no earthly good. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about you embodying the Holy Spirit. Okay. I'm talking about you having the essence of Him. What does the fruits of the Holy Spirit look like? Let's talk about it. The scriptures say that if you have the fruits of the Holy Spirit, which means you are embodying Christ, okay? That means you're going to have love, you're going to have patience, you're going to have kindness, you're going to have gentleness, you are going to be faithful, you are going to have self-control, you're going to have gentleness, right? You're going to have goodness. These are all the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Now, here's the thing. You're still struggling forgiving your mom or your ex or your friend for the things that they did to you. You're still being unkind to people, talking about, I'm in my villain era or I'm in my this era, so this is why you're going to get this kind of energy and this kind of thing from me. Right? You're struggling feeling joy because you're out here saying that until I get the car, until I get the house, until I get that life, until I get the bank account, until I get that money, until I get the body, the face, etc., then I can't feel the type of joy that I need to feel. So you're so focused on trying to embody these human beings that you are not embodying the true essence of who you need to embody, which is Christ, the Holy Spirit. When we talk about getting in our femininity and our feminine energy, how much more can you embody that? How much more can you be that than by embodying the essence of Christ and embodying the fruits of the Holy Spirit? Hear me, y'all. So you don't have that peace. You don't have that joy. You don't have that patience. You don't have that forgiveness. You don't have that kindness. You don't have that gentleness. You don't have that goodness. You don't have any of that, right? Or maybe you have some of it, or you have it in small portions. Why is that? Well, it's because of the pain, the trauma, and everything that you've gone through, right? So instead of you sitting down with the Holy Spirit and sitting down with God so he can work you through all of that, what you're doing is that you're trying to change your life by living your best life instead of becoming the best version of yourself. So you're trying to go embody somebody else's life instead of embodying him, because you don't understand the power in embodying him and allowing him to heal you. Because you know what it does? It now clears all of that clutter out of the way so that now you can now receive the true vision of who he called you to be. So right now you're trying to put the vision in your mind of somebody else's mind. So you're watching all of this content, right? Just trying to take in somebody else's vision for their life, and you're making that vision for your life. That's not to say that there's not going to be pieces of that can inspire you. I'm not saying that at all. However, what I'm saying is that the picture that's in your mind, it belongs to somebody else and it doesn't come from him. So you're having a hard time holding on to it. And then when you are holding on to it, you are stretching yourself to get there because it's not yours. You have not allowed yourself to clear the clutter that's in the way. So you need to get into your feminine energy. Well, how can you be feminine and manifest, right, and receive in that kind of way when you're still holding on to all that unforgiveness and bitterness and resentment in your heart? So while you're trying to run so hard and go live your best life, you actually need to sit down, right, and become the best version of yourself. And this is why I talk about embodying Christ. Because if you focus on embodying these things, and you can't do it on your own strength, that's why he gives us grace. That's why he gives us forgiveness. That's why he gives us all these things. That's why we have his support so that he can help transform you. And he has people that are in different professions that have different tools and resources that can help you manifest that better version of yourself. And guess what? When you clear the clutter of all the things that are standing in the way of your peace, of your joy, of you being kind, of you being gentle, when you actually clear the real clutter of the things that are deep down in your soul that are preventing that level of you, that version of you, that realness, that trueness of you to reveal itself, when you clear the clutter of all of that, that's now when you can actually receive a real vision of not just who you are and who he calls you to be and how loved you are, how beautiful you are, how much grace and essence, just the fragrance of who you are, just allowing that to permeate throughout this earth. Not only are you going to receive that, but now you're going to receive a true vision of who you truly are and the life that you're called to be. And guess what? You won't have to sit there and spend all this money and to go into all this debt and trying to force that to be your reality. No, because you won't be trying to hold on so tight. Why? Because it will be flowing from you. You will be in the flow, and now you can walk in the essence of who you're truly called to be. Hear me? When you are resisting healing, when you are resisting transformation, when you are resisting trying to touch those pain parts and those parts of you that, you know, are ugly and you don't like, when you are resisting all of that, you are actually resisting you embodying the fruits of the Holy Spirit. So now because you're resisting embodying that, now you are not allowing your heart to be free, your soul to be free. So now you are functioning completely from an intellectual standpoint. And now you're trying to understand where's the disconnect from. Well, when you're manifest, it has to flow through you. So now instead you're trying to force yourself to get up at a certain time versus your body saying, well, this is who I am. I'm the type of woman that does this. Because when you're manifesting the best version of yourself, you have to embody that person, but you're struggling embodying that person because you're too busy holding on to an old version of yourself, an old version that does not serve you, an old version that thinks that holding on to unforgiveness is more important, being more bitter, being more resentful, being unhappy, being ungrateful, being jealous, being envious. Not saying that you have all these qualities, but I'm just naming some qualities that you guys struggle with and you sit in because you don't allow the Holy Spirit to truly transform you. And you will begin to see that outward external transformation that you're looking for if you allow yourself to transform internally. And because you're not willing to do that, now you have to go try to go be that woman on survival mode. So those of you that hear this message and receive it, your life will be changed by it when you really truly begin to walk this thing out. But for those of you that are not, guess what's going to happen? You're going to continue to walk in your masculine energy. You're going to try to force things to happen because you're unwilling to clear all the clutter in your heart and clear all the clutter in your mind and deal with the things that are causing you to not be able to flow in joy, peace, goodness, kindness, all of these different things. Okay. So if this is the place that you're struggling, this is the place that you're stuck in and you actually want to do something about it because now it has you right on that hamster wheel of survival and you cannot get out of that space. Link in my bio, you're going to see the 21-day faith-centered transformation guide. This has journal prompts. This has things that you need to help you unlock what's going on inside of you so you can actually get in a real true state of surrender, because it's in that true state of surrender that you'll be able to receive what God has for you and you'll be able to trust him with the vision that he has for your life and begin to walk it out because he'll provide you with the inspiration information, the resources, the coaches, the tools, the therapists, everything that you need to help you get to where you got to go. But when you are so busy wanting to hold on to that old version of yourself, that means you're going to have to operate by force to make it happen. If you don't hear anything else, stop trying to embody these people. Learn to embody Christ. Learn to embody the fruits of the Spirit. Go look in his word. Learn what he is saying there, and you will see that that is the characteristics of the woman that you say has the life that you desire. And if it's not, why do you even want to be that woman? Anyways, love you guys. Have a great day.